Sure you want to do this?
5.
A lot has changed.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 film franchises that got better over time.
Oh. You left me in a black hole of rage and confusion.
Well, ain't we a pair? Raggedy Man.
For this list, we'll be looking at popular movie franchises that, for the most part, have improved over the course of various installments. That doesn't necessarily mean they started out badly or that their history is flawless. Every series backslides or takes missteps from time to time. But if it made this list, the overarching trend is towards greater quality. Which of these film franchises is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below.
Turning into someone else, oh, but it's not too late to save yourself.
Number 10, the Star Trek franchise. This is a contentious one, but hear us out.
Captain Kirk has the utmost confidence in me.
Since this beloved franchise first ventured onto the big screen in 1979 with Star Trek the Motion Picture, we've gotten over a dozen films, many of them great. With that being said, from 1989 to 2002, the franchise saw more misfires than cinematic successes. 2002's Nemesis felt like a nail in the coffin.
It's been an honor. The honor was mine, Captain.
But J.J. Abrams' reboot has given us 3 solid films back to back.
It was logical to cultivate multiple options.
Logical, but unnecessary.
They may not all be equal, but operating at this level of quality, it's hard to imagine the franchise ever truly backsliding into overtly rotten territory. Number 9, the X-Men franchise.
What the hell do you want with me?
You? What the fun? Whoever said I wanted you?
Here we're going to be talking about not just the core X-Men films, but the solo character spin-offs as well, because, like Marvel, Fox developed their franchise into a cinematic universe. There's no denying that the X-Men franchise started strong with both 2000's X-Men and X2 X-Men United, delighting fans and casual cinemagoers alike. Unfortunately, the franchise took a nosedive with the threequel and first solo Wolverine film. Thankfully, starting with First Class in 2011, the property rebounded, nailing their solo efforts for characters like Deadpool and Logan.
You know the drill.
It's just a shame about the misfires X-Men Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix, or we would have been able to give this a higher ranking.
Did you hear what the kids are calling it?
Do I want to know?
Yeah. Phoenix. It's cool, right? You know, bird that rises from the dead.
Number 8, the James Bond franchise. It's nigh impossible to speak in broad strokes about a property that spanned over half a century.
Oh, you'd be surprised the amount of wear and tear that goes on out there in the field.
The James Bond franchise has seen its ups and downs, but across its colorful and diverse history, there have been few low points lower than during the tenure of Pierce Brosnan post-GoldenEye, and few more consistently high than that of Daniel Craig. To be clear, we're not blaming or crediting either actor, just using them as timestamps.
Bond, I need you back.
I never left.
Even the so-called misfires like Quantum of Solace and Spectre are far above the franchise average, making this most recent chapter in James Bond history a real standout.
You're a kite dancing in a hurricane, Mr. Bond.
Number 7, the Fast and the Furious franchise. When The Fast and the Furious hit theaters in 2001, critical reception was lukewarm, but it was a massive hit with moviegoers.
What are you smiling about? Dude, I almost had you.
Without Vin Diesel, however, the sequel felt empty, while Tokyo Drift felt like a last-lap DNF. 2009's Fast and Furious was another critical flop, but a necessary stepping stone in getting the gang back together to embark on bigger and better cinematic adventures.
Sure you want to do this?
5.
A lot has changed.
From Fast 5 on, it's been one high-octane edge-of-your-seat ride after another.
Oh, I'm gonna get this money. I'm hungry.
Though Paul Walker's absence was felt in The Fate of the Furious, this franchise appears to still have plenty of fuel in the tank.
Get out of there.
I'm working on it.
Stop working on it and do it.
Number 6, the DC Extended Universe. When DC launched their own cinematic universe in 2013, they had some serious catching up to do. After all, the MCU was already 7 films in, including their first Avengers crossover. Unfortunately, Zack Snyder's Man of Steel proved divisive, and 2016's releases Batman vs. Superman and Suicide Squad did not salvage the situation.
Oh. You left me in a black hole of rage and confusion.
Thank goodness then that the following year Patty Jenkins brought us the excellent Wonder Woman.
You keep doubting yourself, Diana.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You are stronger than you believe.
While reception to Justice League and Aquaman were mixed, Shazam and Birds of Prey were a whole lot of fun and established a clear upward trend for the franchise.
Those guys, they're gonna be just fine.
Number 5, the Toy Story franchise. Toy Story was a film without precedent.
To infinity and beyond.
It set the bar impossibly high with a tight narrative that's hard to match and near impossible to best. And yet, Pixar pulled it off twice.
Now, Woody, he's been my pal for as long as I can remember. He's brave, like a cowboy should be, and kind and smart. But the thing that makes Woody special is he'll never give up on you. Ever.
Toy Story 3 was the first film in the franchise to drop from 100% to 99% on Rotten Tomatoes, but many outlets called it the best yet, much like how Toy Story 2 was called an improvement on the original.
Who am I to break up the Roundup gang?
This franchise is a testament to what filmmakers can do when they use each sequel to dive deeper into characters and themes rather than just roll out another story.
Woody.
I don't leave toys behind, Buzz.
Yeah, but Woody, you're actually
Not now, not ever.
Number 4, the Mad Max franchise. When George Miller unleashed Mad Max in 1979, it was unlike anything people had ever seen. It polarized critics and cinemagoers alike.
I'm scared, Thief. You know why? That red circus out there. I'm beginning to enjoy.
With the sequel Mad Max 2: The Road Warrior, Miller refined his craft as a filmmaker and storyteller to deliver a sequel that was met with universal acclaim.
It's been a pleasure doing business with you, but I'm leaving.
The third installment, however, well, some called it the best film to date, others the worst.
Well, ain't we a pair? Raggedy Man.
Either way, few could have predicted that the series would reach even greater heights 30 years later with a fourth film, Mad Max Fury Road, which was nominated for Best Picture at the 88th Academy Awards.
Riding to
Number 3, the Planet of the Apes franchise. The first Planet of the Apes film is iconic.
You maniacs! You blew it up! Damn you!
With the exception of Escape, however, the sequels only tarnished its reputation, including the 2001 reboot.
And you can tell him from me. I said so.
In 2011, we were treated to yet another reboot, and what we got was a serious departure from the original narrative. Rise of the Planet of the Apes told an intimate story about an intelligent ape named Caesar.
Coming back soon, okay?
Though not flawless, it was fresh and compelling. And over the next 2 films, director Matt Reeves would expertly improve upon the groundwork it laid, with War for the Planet of the Apes closing the trilogy on a triumphant high note. Number 2, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So many films, so few missteps. As of 2020, the MCU is 23 films deep, and not a single one has dipped into the realm of rotten. That being said, the early MCU had a habit of pitting heroes against skill set copycats with little character development.
I love this suit! Put him down. Collateral damage, Tony.
In more recent years, however, the villains have become just as fleshed out as the heroes.
Nah, I'm your king.
Even better is the manner in which recent films have used the rich foundation laid by the movies before them to tell more nuanced stories. Like a fine wine, the MCU is only getting better and more satisfyingly complex with age.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Mission Impossible franchise. The first 3 Mission Impossible films felt like a trilogy with a star but no sense of identity. The first was a convoluted spy thriller, the sequel was all action without substance, and the third was grounded but lacking in the wows.
Oh, that was nothing. That was fun.
It's only with 2011's Ghost Protocol that MI found its stride. By embracing the big set pieces and stunts of adventure films and pairing them with intrigue and quick pacing, they'd found a winning recipe.
That was not easy, but I did it. What'd I miss?
As proven by the success of 2018's Fallout, which has been called one of the best action films ever, the franchise has only fine-tuned that formula since.
So how'd I do?
I never had a death.
Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.